out like a soda. You know how you shake a soda up, it comes out.
Explode.
Yes, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So sometimes you have to get that past up out of you.
Well, but it's, what I mean by I don't talk about my past, in this setting, I talked about my past.
But you owned it already.
Right, so,
Right.
right, exactly.
Right.
So you don't just walk up to a stranger and you witness to them, then you tell them about your past. I used to pimp women, I used to do this, I used to sell drugs, I did 2 keys and all that type of stuff. No, you don't do that, that's not
Unless it's
wisdom.
beneficial
That's
to
not,
that person.
but that's not wisdom, even when you talk to them at that first initial point.
No, I'm
you
saying
don't
like
do that.
okay, a couple weeks ago, I had this certain person that almost really, they just went like kind of overboard about a situation. But the situation they went through, I don't think there was so much as that this situation. I think it was from a child up to this point, he had held so much into, right, it really I just pushed him over. You know what I'm saying?
So what you wanna ask yourself, anyone, saved, unsaved, know the church, in the church, out of the church, when people hold on to their past, you ask them, how are you holding on to the past? Because when people are always so easy to say, well, I just got so much of my past. Okay, well, how are you holding on? Tell me how you're holding on. Well, I think about it all the time. Well, how does that make you feel? You know, and why you feel like you need to keep holding that space up and not getting no new memories? And are those people even in your life anymore? And if they are, you can't create new memories with them. You have to be able to walk people through what they're saying. Because people will tell you exactly what they're going through. I'm holding on to my past. I can't let my past go. Why can't you let it go? What's so important about holding on to the past that you are incarcerated in this one little jail cell with your past? Because your past is in a jail cell, which means you're not going nowhere. That's called arrested development, meaning like a person being arrested and handcuffed. You're not developing. So are you okay with just, if I come back to you 2 years and you still holding on your past, you okay with being just like you are, feeling just like you are, doing just what you do? And when you ask people that, then it's like, no, I don't want to be feeling like this 2 years from now. Okay, then what we gonna do?
That's the challenge of it. That's what the challenge of leaders, and you're a leader as well. Everyone in here, I feel, is a leader in their own right. That you ask people to get them out of that rut,
Let them
because
talk it out.
a lot of times people don't really see that point you just made, that they still hold on stuff 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago. Now my wife, we was driving, she asked me about something, and that was like in the 90s, and she talking about 2009, and I'm like, no, that's not what happened. So when you don't talk it out,
Get
to
clarity.
get clarity of it, then it's gonna be the thing that you continue to fall back on. And people explode because they want to explode, because they need an excuse, because they want to do it. Don't nobody do nothing just on their own. They are either influenced by God or influenced by the devil. Just cut it dry. Cut it dry. Yes, ma'am.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Y'all doing?
yeah.
I'm on the true freedom one when y'all said, know that you are in bondage. Identify the problems, write a list of the problems who you have a problem with, find scriptures, but also just like we know what our past is, what we've been through,
Right.
the enemy knows as well.
Yes.
We have to be able to tell him no.
Yes.
If you're struggling with that, you have to tell God, I'm struggling with that, I need your help.
Right.
But you have to tell him no and say it out loud. No, you will not do this,
Right.
and stay focused.
Right. You can't say that inward battle. You know, like people
Right.
trying to battle their mind.
Mm-mm.
No, you gotta say no.
Yeah.
When a demon come up in your house, you're not mentally saying, or I'm talking about in the natural. Somebody come up in your house, you like, no, you're gonna open your mouth and say, no, you don't get to come up in here like that.
That's why
That
you-
might have worked before, but no, you don't cross the door. Matter of fact, don't even come near my house.
That's why you're a prophet to your own life. You
Right.
can speak either negative and you speak positive, but you have to do some speaking. So yeah, you gotta speak.
Just like a person
I
take
just-
ownership of their bondage, like you were saying, but like I just can't let go of my past. Well, that person has to learn how to say, I gotta let go of my past. It's the same words, just in reverse.
Right,
I gotta let go of my past. I gotta get on to my future.
right,
And when we begin to change our words, we begin to do better and we begin to think better.
right.
You
So
want
go
to say?
ahead.
I have a question, because,
And let me free people up, because we're
We
here.
got 4 more
Hold on,
questions too. and I
Let me
wanna
free,
make
let
sure
me free
we answer.
people up real quick. those that need to leave at 2, because we said 2, it's okay, but we said we're gonna be here to answer questions until this,
And whatever else, prayer,
whatever prayer, and whatever else, we're here. And this is the reason why we came to Rock Hill for that. And this is what mentorship does. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, Pastor Jerry, stuck on this, with the leadership part, cause I know you posted, it's a line you can't cross, you know, so.
What's that line? Now, I just wanna know. I just wanna know, what is
Like,
that line? Cause so many people say that, and I often wanna say that, but I felt in this setting I can say it. What is that
Because
line?
that's how I've been trained, it's a line that you know, you're not supposed to cross because.
What is that line?
Yeah.
I mean,
Explain it, just be honest.
okay,
Don't sugarcoat.
Hold on, it's okay, she can be honest in here, right?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, so be
I
honest.
mean, cause I feel like with my life, I owned it, you know, so I know at times I can see things and I wanna call it out,
Mhm.
you know, just to cut it, you know what I'm saying, why keep, you know.
Right.
And I think I've been trained not to because of the authority part, you know,
I hear you,
But
but
Yeah.
I really wanna hear you.
yeah.
I really want you to say what you really want to say. Cause if we don't come here in this setting with this man and woman of God, we can be 110, and guess what? It won't even leave the room. I know we got that TV thing, but that's just on that's not nobody else's feed. And it really don't matter, cause at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I got your back, okay? Cause we got your back.
Okay.
And you're not even saying no particular person, we just talking about in general. We
Yes,
call
yeah,
them
in
names.
general.
So go on, what do you?
Because with me and my person, I'm cutthroat. I don't like games, you know. I don't like fakery and all that. But so sometimes I just want to like just, you know, say what. But I that's too much, you know. You're doing like so. I just want to know with the leading, am I, even though I'm not, you know, high authority, can I just call it like I see it? If they can't, you know.
Well, let me,
Hold on, is it, I'll just pull it out of you. Is it just the fact that you see something that another leader might be doing or another person doing, and because you cut it dry, you wanna tell them about it, but you've been trained or taught that you don't cross the line by disrespecting or calling out something, just go pray about it. Don't say nothing, just go pray about it, right? Okay, well, that is not always, because my wife had got in trouble with that a whole bunch of times, okay? And I had to defend her. We was in a leadership meeting in Chicago, and we was starting a church, and somebody had told my wife that we was trying to.
no, we wasn't starting a church, we were just doing evangelism.
No, but the plan at that time
The
was
pastor
we was
had
gonna
said,
do a
go
church.
look at,
Oh,
go
let
look
me-
at a building, that's all he told
Let me tell the story.
Yeah, tell me.
I'm gonna tell you. We was getting ready to start a church out there, okay? But we was going out there to start a church, and they thought we was sheep stealing. But they pointed against my wife that she was doing the one because she had passed another ministry called
That
right
ain't what
now.
happened. No, what happened was, let me lay the foundation right.
Okay.
We serve, any church we've ever gone, we serve 110 faithfully to that church, to that vision. We serve a lot of other pastors at other locations and stuff like that. I have always said and been clear for all of our marriage, I never wanted to be a pastor's wife because I am not the traditional pastor's wife. And if you don't want me to speak on it, don't put me in that position because I will speak on it. Because my grandmother was like that. My grandfather was a bishop who oversaw churches. And my grandmother, she was just so sweet, but if she needed to say something Holy Spirit said, she gonna say it. And if the wisdom in her needed to say something, she was gonna address it right when it went down. She wasn't gonna wait. So, fast forward, we're at a church serving. And I'm sitting on the back row because I'm okay with the back row as a leader. I don't need to sit on the front row. They're like, evangelist, why don't you sit? I don't want to sit. I need to sit on the back, and I'm a watcher. I'm an intercessor. I'm a prayer warrior. So this girl comes and sits next to me like where my husband is, and her mother is sitting next to her. and she going in on her mother. I mean, like, really? We on the back row, I'm trying to get my word on, and you going in on your mother. I mean, cussing her out and everything, and I'm like, young lady, if it's a problem, you know, do we need to go outside and talk about it? Now, our pastor had already, when we first got to the church, we were just not trying to go to nobody's church. And we get to the church, sitting on the back row, I'm fast going back first. The pastor all the way in the front, he wants to come all the way back. He said, man of God, can I speak to you? We like, dang, we done got in another church and they done saw us. We just trying to be members. He wouldn't come. He was like, no, I'm good, I don't need no problem. Man of God, he said 3 times. By the 3rd time, he comes all the way to the back of the church, longer than this room, to get my husband, to bring him all the way to the front of the church, and tells him about God wants you covered. He takes off his father's coat, because he had a Mandarin collar shirt on, and he took his father's coat, and he said, I cover you in the spirit as a son. So from day 1 of coming to the church for the first day, he put us on display as leaders. That wasn't good, because now what you're doing is you're using us to provoke other men in the church and women in the church, because they're not doing anything. So fast forward, we serve, and I'm sitting on the back row doing what I do, always pray or whatever, and this girl starts going